piss off, mate, with your little celebration.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the FC Barcelona Rebuild Save here on FIFA 22. First things first, I want to say thank you to Alex for joining the Patreon. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Appreciate that very much so. Your name has been added to the end slate at the end of the videos. We start today with a Clasico. Obviously, the spoilers incoming, obviously, for yesterday's transfer window episode. If you haven't seen that yet and you don't want to be spoiled, go back and watch it. But we have made some signings, we have made some sales, and we've started our league campaign. The league campaign, bit indifferent. A 2-2 draw against Vallecano, although we're still a little bit irked by the last-minute equaliser for them. And then the 0-0 draw against Athletic Club de Bilbao, still a bit irked by Unai Simon's performances and the rather remarkable saves he was making there as well. Obviously, we got the victory against Osasuna, so we haven't yet lost in the league. Not that we should have lost in the league in any of those games. Today, we're actually going to split the month of September into two. So, Real Madrid, Roma, Sevilla, because they're three massive games. Obviously, I don't want to then sim those following three because the Champions League is important for us this year. This may be the last season of the save. Not confirmed, but it may be the last season of the save. So, the League and the Champions League have to be my main areas of focus. And the Copa del Rey, as we've won that now from last season, will take a back seat and we'll use the La Masia squad for that moving forward. Obviously, the La Masia squad is, as you see it on screen, no further outgoings from there. So we're going to push forward today and start with this Clasico. Mikel Merino, unfortunately, one of our newest signings, suspended from that game against Osasuna. So he will have to sit out for the time being. It's only a one-game ban, though, because it was 2 yellow cards. So Nico Gonzalez gets his first team spot back momentarily and will be back to full strength for the game after this. Actually, it's Champions League after this, isn't it? It is. So we'll be back to full strength for Roma anyway, but then we'll be back to full strength for the league for the game against Sevilla at home. Now, bear in mind, these home games, obviously we've got 0-0 draw against Bilbao, and I was really frustrated at that. We do need to make sure that we're scoring goals in these home games. I've now already lost a game from that potential total, so I now have to score in at least 15 of my remaining 18 games of the season, which, for other obvious reasons, it's going to be quite difficult. I wonder, actually, has it... Oh, no, because Adama Traore, when we signed him, he's 81 rated. So that actually hasn't counted for my 4 players in the that are best in the world. But, of course, Adama Traore is still on the bench, 81 rated currently. Ferreira is there, Correa is there, etc. So we're still relatively as strong as we could be. Although Bustos continues on at left back. But for now, time to crack on with the first El Clasico of the season. Please, as ever, drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save, of course. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the remainder of this save. Or, of course, the subsequent save that's going to come after this, which will be the Cambridge United save, which I'm very much looking forward to. The traditional Cambridge RTG. But for now, it's time to concentrate on something that's less of an RTG and more of a, you've got to win right now because it's a Clasico. So here's Real Madrid's starting lineup then. Still a 4-3-3 for them with that false 9, that being Benzema. But Thibaut Courtois in goal, he's now 91 rated. New signing this window, or this season, Kyle Walker starts at right back for Real Madrid. Militao and Antonio Rudiger at centre-back for them with Ferland Mendy at left-back, of course. Casemiro holding, Gundogan in the midfield alongside Toni Kroos. Karim Benzema, as we said, at centre-forward. Asensio on the left now and Rodrigo on the right. Of course, Asensio on the left because... If you missed it yesterday, huge transfer deal for Real Madrid with Vinicius Junior going to Liverpool for €143.9 million, which was absolutely massive. So we'll see what happens in this game without Vinicius. Of course, he scored arguably the goal of the season last year in La Liga with that Stormer against me as a 3-3 equaliser at the Bernabeu last season in that ridiculous game. We lost this fixture last season by 2-0. And ultimately, it was the fixture that cost us the league title, all told. So I'm kind of wanting a little bit of payback for that. Also wanting to obviously get myself back up the league table whilst, fingers crossed, slowing Real Madrid down as well. Because, of course, they've won their first 3 games of the season too. But the first chance comes and the first chance goes. It is Marco Asensio from that left-hand side. Leaps well, but the header wasn't very good. Asensio rather acrobatically inside to Karim Benzema, and here come Real Madrid again. Gundogan into Rodrigo. They are focusing their attacks quite blatantly up against Bustos. That is my weak link, you would have thought, at left back. But he's dealt with everything so far quite well. Benzema there with another headed effort for them. They're looking aerially in these early stages. isn't necessarily the Real Madrid or even La Liga in general way to go for those aerial balls. It's not like they're old school Bilbao with Adariz up top. Nico Gonzalez will work this out wide here to Mazraoui, pushing forward from right back, but we'll try and work it about. We'll Barcelona it a little bit. Sterling looking for Fati. Fati's in! It's a tight angle, but Courtois gets down well to make the save, and here come Real Madrid now on a counter. Benzema looking for the run of Rodrigo. I'm going to have to draw Ronald Araujo out of position here to deal with this. Thankfully, we've forced Rodrigo backwards, and maybe the danger is not gone. Benzema dinking that out. Mazraoui gets there well. This could be opening up now as a fixture. Starting to flow from end to end. Gavi looking out wide, finds Bustos. We'll go to Ferran Torres first, because Fati, I think, had just drifted offside again. Gavi across into Pedri. This game is really starting to hot up now. Sterling around the outside. Again, we'll Barcelona it a little bit. Toni Kroos shouldn't be able to deal with much of the pace we've got in our front line. But Gundogan's positioning is good enough to cut that out. Chances at both ends now, though. No goals as of yet. But again, as it's a home game, I will be needing to score here to satisfy the board at the very least. Obviously, we want to win anyway. But if I don't score here, then that will leave me then just 17 games to get goals in 15 of them at home. It would mean we'd be scoreless in our opening 2 home games of the year, which rather obviously isn't the best start to the season. Like I say, we are unbeaten, but the goals aren't necessarily flowing as of yet. Mazraoui is forward here, and if he can keep this in, we don't take a 1-0 lead. Don't know why Courtois didn't come for that, but still, Ferran Torres probably should have scored. Straight at the goalkeeper. Right, can we get Araujo on the end of this maybe? Sterling to deliver the corner. It's decent. We could get Araujo on the end of this. Asensio clears. It'll fall to Pedri. I see Ansu Fati there. Will hit it early first time. And Courtois makes the save down low again. Quite a bit of highlight in this first half here so far. Sterling will deliver. It's looped again. And he's kicked it straight off the pitch. I think that might be the first time that's happened to me on FIFA 22. That wasn't very good. Let's try and start this second half strong if we can. Ansu Fati can't get the better of Kyle Walker, and actually it might be Real Madrid that start the half strong. Gundogan. Walker is making that run. Benzi terrifies me at all times. Rodrigo into the box, looking dangerous. Got the support back there from Walker. Again, they look for the cross, and Casemiro can't quite get there, and we'll try and catch him on a quick counter. And Sterling really could be in behind if the pass is good enough. It's Antonio Rudiger that's with me here. Sterling is in behind. The chance to take the lead in the Clasico. Not taken. Sterling misses the chance. He took an extra touch in there for no apparent reason. Torres brings that down. I was trying to take the shot, and he took an extra touch. Fati will look for Sterling again here. Support arriving. Here's Gavi. Courtois at full stretch makes the save. I cannot believe I haven't given us a 1-0 lead there. We will not get a better chance. Araujo's up for this. Courtois come to punch. Can Nico Gonzalez knock this back to Sterling? He can. There's Araujo on the edge of the box. Ansu Fati's out wide, quickly inside. Ferran Torres, is that a pen? No, if he goes to the ground, maybe, but he must have gotten something on the ball. Ferland Mendy clears it away, and there goes the best chance of the game so far to find the first goal. Pedri's cut that out nicely, though, and maybe it's not quite over yet. It's a nice ball into Gavi, looking through the gap, but Rudiger cuts it out again. Neither side can find a way past the other's defence at the moment, but Rodrigo is in behind mine here. Bustos dealing with it very, very well. He may not be... Oh, what are you doing? He may not be as good as Jordi Alba, but certainly he's good enough, despite being much lower rated, to do a job. And I'm very much confident in his abilities. I can't find Ferran Torres there. I can't find Ferran Torres there! Crying out loud. 25 minutes to go here. We may have to call on changes from the bench to try and bring this game alive. That's given away by Asensio. That was really poor from Real Madrid. That could cost them. Get it into Gavi, but there's not much room out here. I'll spread it out wide to Bustos, who is starting to tire quite a bit now. Look inside there for Ferran Torres. You can see Pedri calling for it, and Sterling can't be found round the outside. We won't cut them open once again. I'm rather hesitant to push them too much in defence because of their ability to get in behind. Here's Ferland Mendy now with the pace to cause me issues on the left-hand side for them. Another home 0-0 draw wouldn't be the best. Obviously, against Real Madrid, it would be much better than what we got last year. But we might not be about to get it. Oh, that deflection could have gone absolutely anywhere. Off Araujo and out for a corner. Sterling going off and Adama Traore coming on. As we said, I think that was Isco coming on for them. I saw there briefly. We'll find out in a moment. think there is that, and the number 22 going short for the corner. The keeper's going to come for this. He catches it almost one-handed. Now, actually, I thought about bowling that out quickly to the left-hand side. I still might, because there is some space here, provided he doesn't drift offside, but I was too busy looking at the mini-map, trying to see if I had the space to counter, and if the man was offside or not, and I've lost the ball to Rodrigo, and that could be costly for us. No, Araujo's won it back. Still, we have the opportunity of a counter. Pudge out of his feet quickly because he was being closed down. Ansu Fati on the breakaway. Kyle Walker's with me, though, so we're not going to outpace him. We move inside to Ricky Pudge. There's space over there, but Benzema gets back to me, and now we're in danger. At this stage, I would settle for a 0-0 draw. But I tell you what, I wouldn't mind a last-minute winner. Pedri's intercepted nicely. Nico Gonzalez spreading it wide left, looking for Bustos. If he can keep this in, the chance is alive. Which he can do. Oh, just can't seem to find the right passes at the right time against Real Madrid, sorry. And Barcelona might have to settle for another 0-0 draw in the league. We would still be unbeaten. And we are still unbeaten, but it's a second 0-0 home draw, meaning I now only have 17 games to score in 15 of them. That's not going to be easy to match that board objective, but we remain undefeated. I have a funny feeling I may rue that missed Raheem Sterling chance for quite a while. Up next, though, copyright, will be Roma in the Champions League. So Roma's starting lineup then for this first Champions League game. They've still got Paul Lopez at the club. He's in goal. Alessandro Florenzi at right back. They've got Clement Longley, who we sold to them earlier in the save, of course. Joško Vardiol is here now too. And they've got Romain Perrault at left back. A certain McSauce, Scott McTominay at CDM alongside Javier Schlager, who's a very good player and has caused me problems in previous saves. Justin Kluivert still on the right. Philip Kostic on the left. Pellegrini at cam, who's 85 rated. And an 81 rated Rafa Mir at striker. On the bench, they've got Karsdorp, Zaniolo still here. Tammy Abraham still here at 84. Samuel Umtiti, Gonzalo Villar, and Shomurodov, is on the bench as well. So it's not going to be an easy game, but it should be easier than some we've faced in the group stage previously. Couple of changes from my lineup. Mingueza in at right back, Alba in at left back. Bustos definitely couldn't play. And I am resting Mazraoui at right back with Sevilla at the weekend in mind. And Mikel Merino is fit again, or available again, because obviously he was suspended for the Real Madrid game. So he comes back into the starting lineup at CDM. Gavi, you can see, has grown to 79 rated now as well already this season. So fingers crossed moving forward, he will continue to do that for the rest of the year. Pellegrini out wide to Kostic to start. He does have me slightly concerned for this game. He is a very capable winger, as you can evidently see from his first spell in possession. I'm not sure what to... Roma are the second strongest team in the group, you would say. Celtic and... I can't actually remember who the other team was. Who is it? Celtic and someone else. Celtic were the next side that you would have said would have been... Oh, thank you, Pedri. The next side you would have said would have been troublesome. I was Porto. Celtic and Porto, just remembered off the top of my head. It's like Roma, Celtic and Porto. They're very similar. Roma, you'd say, probably are the better of the three, but there's not much between the three of them. Ferran Torres is in here, but there's just no room to shoot or pass. We need the support of the fullback, but we're keeping the pressure on here. Merino into Pedri. Still can't find much space. We're going to have to back to Jordi Alba and centrally to Merino. It's going to go through that gap looking for Gavi, but I can't find the pass. Keeping them pressured and under threat, but now I'm slightly concerned because here comes a counter-attack and our defence has gone a little bit AWOL. Lovely interception from Eric Garcia. That is exactly why he's my favourite defender in this save. Schlager in there to Rafa Mir. Runners left and central. They are going to use Philip Kostic quite significantly in these opening stages. Everything is going through him at the moment. And it's working for them. Pellegrini now into the box, out to Perrault, forward from left back. Mikel Merino intercepts, but his touch is so heavy that it falls straight back to them. It's a lovely through ball to Pellegrini, who was onside. Incredible vision and a great run. But thankfully, ter Stegen makes a save at the near post. They'll take their corner short. Justin Kluivert has had minimal to do so far. And the first thing he has had to do is give the ball away. Gavi with the ball through there to Mikel Merino. It's not blessed with electric pace, unfortunately. So whilst we are on a counter-attack here, I will have to look for support. Thankfully, we do have it. Gavi work this to Araujo and Alba will move it centrally again to Gavi. Looking for Ansu Fati. That's a foul there on Torres, and this is a very good position for a free kick. Now, Raheem Sterling will take it because he's probably the man with the best free kicks we've got in the starting 11 at the moment. Can we? get a worldie of a free kick to start our Champions League campaign. I will try. Oh, I didn't get that right, did I? I didn't get that right either. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely woeful. I don't know whether you'll see that. Justin Kluivert to right mid hasn't really done much so far. Florenzi hasn't got forward too much either, but here they are getting forward. What's the betting now? There comes a goal from this right-hand side. Florenzi kind of faked the cross there. Pellegrini, good block by Araujo. Now with defenders forward, now's the chance to maybe catch them going the other way. And if Ansu Fati can stay on side, we could be in. We are. He's going to beat the defence of that too. I see a man on the edge of the box. We bring it down, find a pass. Pedri! Oh, I don't think there was much power behind that anyway. But it was on target at least. I need to win this header with Jordi Alba. He has at least challenged for it, but hasn't won it to knock it towards a teammate. Mansourawi, no, sorry, Mingueza will get there to intercept that. Not too many clear-cut goal-scoring chances in this half so far. It's been a bit bibby-bobby here and there. Ferran Torres, runners, you are offside. Why did I pass it to you? Out to Araujo and driven. At the minute, we're staring a third straight 0-0 home draw in the face, which is not necessarily the way that I wanted to start the season. It's weird because we scored goals last season for fun. Nice interception by Jordi Alba. Why not drive into the space chest? We scored goals last season for fun, but this year, they're not coming that easy. Gavi, Ferran Torres is there. There's a bit of space here for Mikel Merino. Shot deflected, will take the corner. We'll see what happens from this. Sterling. Can we get to that? Torres! Oh, brilliant save by Pau Lopez. Not quite Unai Simon levels, but still a very good stop from a very good header. Ferran is up again, but it's over him, unfortunately. Can Pedri win this? He can. It's fallen to Eric Garcia. He's not necessarily going to be scoring any bangers, is he? I see Ansu Fati out wide. Oh, I hadn't seen Sterling, actually. Torres, spin the man. At least hold on to possession. Well done. Good movement there from Mikel Merino. Unfortunately, shit pass from me. We stay at 0-0 continually for the third straight home game. Get there, Jordi Alba, please. He can't. He's not quick enough at the moment. Alessandro Florenzi doesn't really know which way he wants to run either. Scott McTominay. Can we get this off him? I'm worried about that run. I'm worried about Pellegrini shooting too. Here's Justin Kluivert. Jordi Alba's in the way. It's going to fall for them, and Stegen makes the save at the near post. 20 minutes to go. You can complain all you want, Marc-Andre. They've been pretty difficult to deal with, actually. It was really well shot by Pellegrini, and it was headed in. My triple change now taking effect. Please, Enrique Correa, be my saviour again. Up we go with a header, maybe. It's flicked on by Mingueza. Thankfully, not into a danger area. But McTominay will link about with McSauce. Kostic finds some space. Rafa Mir back to Kostic. Araujo with a block, and away by Mingueza. Adama could nod this down. Ricky Puig. Ansu Fati's gone. I tried to play over the top of him, but he delayed long enough in the pass that I wasn't able to get it out of his feet. Szoboszlai to Filip Kostic. Still we're under pressure here. Now, hopefully, that pressure will be eased. Come on, Adama. Show me what you're all about, pal. Pace and hopefully end product too. Fati lifting, looking for Correa. Can he get to it with those long, gangly legs? No, he can't. Pellegrini challenging Adama to Ricky Puig. Through the gap. Correa will look for Adama. Stand it up. Fati! Come on. Win that header. Well up, Mingueza. Pedri, lovely turn. Oh, I'm just encamped. Mikel Merino. Ansu Fati. Blocked. Oh, well, let me change to Mikel Merino to chase after that. Can we get to that first? We really got him pinned in, don't we? Through there, Adama. You're onside. He's offside. Fuck. Oh, I can't seem to score in these home games. 0-0 against Bilbao. 0-0 against Real Madrid, and with 6.5 minutes to go, 0-0 against Roma as well. What's happened to our goal-scoring touch from last year? That might be the last chance we get. Adama's trying to put some pressure on to force a mistake from them, but they don't look like they're going to make one here, Roma, and with only 1 minute added on, I think we're going to have to settle for a draw in our first Champions League game. 0-0 in the first game of the episode, 0-0 in the second. We'll take the positives. We are very, very solid defensively, it seems. Very solid at the back. But where have the goals gone? Slightly concerning. Slightly concerning. No goals in our first 2 games today. And with Sevilla next, it's not going to get any easier or any more straightforward. They're currently 6th in the table. We are 8th, although only 2 points off 5th. 3 points off 4th and only 4 points off the top of the table as Real Madrid obviously drew against us. So their winning run was drawn to a halt. Although Real Betis and Atletico Madrid, 3rd and 4th from last season, top three has got 3 of the 4 from last season. We just, at the minute, are lagging behind a little. But hopefully a win against Sevilla will get us back on track. Sevilla's starting lineup has Dimitrovic in goal. I'm not sure if he's a new signing or not off the top of my head. Timothy Castagna certainly is at right back, with Unai Nunez, Pau Torres and Ludwig Augustinsson continuing on in the back of their defensive line. Højbjerg, Gadeli and Papu Gomez, with Lamela on the right, Ocampos on the left and Richarlison through the middle. They do have Calabria on the bench as an option, Idrissi 2 out wide. Chukwueze is a new signing for them as well from Villarreal. He could be an option for them in a winger role. David Santisteban, I don't know anything about him. Alex Pozo's half decent. Obviously Luke de Jong has caused us problems in the past. And they've got Bunu on the bench as a goalkeeping option should the rarest of rare happen and they get the goalkeeper sent off or injured. One change for me, that being Nico Gonzalez is in for the, unfortunately, slightly tired Mikel Merino, which is frustrating. But other than that, we are at full strength. And hopefully, this time, the scoreline won't look the same at the end as it does at the start. Out wide here, he's not as good as he was. Bustos dealing with him, thankfully. Continually, Sevilla will look to attack. Gadeli intercepted by Ansu Fati. Ferran Torres. Got Sterling with me here. I'll have to drive back this way, but Ferran Torres could be set free. Right, here we go. Come on, Ferran. You are my go-to goal scorer. I need you to do some goal scoring. Ferran Torres bangs it in again. We lead by a goal to 0. Finally, someone's put the ball in the back of the net for either side today. And thank God it's actually for us. And it had to be Ferran Torres of anyone, didn't it? Let's go. Vamos. Papu in that middle segment of the pitch is going to be so tricky to deal with his dribbling ability. You can see just how good Sevilla's build-up play has been here. Thankfully, we managed to show Lamela onto his right there, so it wasn't going to be as dangerous as it would have been were it on his left. Alejandro Gomez might actually take this short, and does so. Lamela tries to cross it. We get a 1 block. They get the second crossing. Can we win this header? Araujo does very well. Ansu Fati needs to just nod this down to a teammate, which he's done well. Nico Gonzalez to Gavi, and the chance to counter is being put together very well indeed. Pedri on the breakaway. He's got the legs on Augustinsson. And I've got options here. Gavi is the one I'm going to try and cut it back for. And still are able to cut it back for. Ansu Fati, is he onside? He is! Vamos! 2! You wait so long for the bus to arrive, and 2 at once. And to be fair, if anyone other than Ferran Torres was going to score a goal going on last season's form, it was probably going to be Ansu Fati as well. That was a very good counter-attack, other than that pass. That was the only thing that I did wrong. Other than that, excellent goal. Odd technique from Ansu Fati to pirouette on it and spin it home. Way, do your 360 and bury it in the bottom corner. Maybe that's what threw the keeper off. He did get a hand to it. Into the bottom corner it goes. 2-0. Vamos. They're making a change in the 25th minute. Presumably for injury. I didn't see anyone go down hurt. Who is it that they've taken off? I'm surprised to see that. Ocampos has got... Oh, he did pick up an injury just 3 minutes before the goal. So it must have been in the build-up. I missed it. I'll have a look back in editing. But Ocampos hurt there, and they're having to make a change early doors. So now not only are they 2-0 down inside half an hour, they also have lost one of their better players. Not the best of starts for Sevilla here. Rather typical that the goals do start to flow in an away game, when I need them for home games for the board. But regardless, the win will be very, very satisfactory indeed. And we are cutting Sevilla apart at will here at the moment. Ferran Torres could be played in. It could be 3. Sterling's across it. Back there to Pedri. It's a good block. And unfortunately, it won't be 3. But 2 should be enough, he says, as they send Papu Gomez in behind. But Mazraoui is trapped back well. Now they're committing numbers forward, though. Don't write them off just yet. If they do get a goal, what's the betting now? Idrissi comes off the bench and turns into their most creative player and actually sparks some sort of revival. Richarlison with good footwork. Idrissi, he's gone for it. It's deflected off Eric Garcia. It will be a Sevilla corner. Doesn't look like it's going to be quite so comfortable at 2-0. Sterling will get rid of that, though. Nico through the gap there to Ferran Torres. Looking... oh, it might reach Sterling. Oh, Augustinsson, that's really, 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 really poor. Sevilla have just cost themselves the game. That's an awful mistake from their backline. And Ansu Fati adds a 3rd. Now that certainly is game over now. There's no way that Sevilla turn round a 3-goal deficit, regardless of how good they've been so far in this game. I was still worrisome at 2-0 that they could score 2 and get a point from us, but they certainly won't be scoring 3, and they are the victims of their own downfall there. Lack of concentration in the first half an hour has cost them 2 goals, and then just a really awful mistake there cost them a 3rd. And that will be 3 points for us. I am relieved to see us start to score goals. Hopefully, that kick-starts our season, and we start rolling from now on. And from tomorrow's episode onwards, the goals are a bit more, yikes, a bit more regular. Okay then, back to a 2-goal deficit. Richarlison has just ruined me, and it's 3-1.
Piss off, mate, with your little celebration.
Richarlison off and Luke de Jong on for them. They've also made a change out wide, taking Lamella off as well to bring on some fresh legs out wide in Chukwueze, their new transfer from Villarreal. So they have the opportunity to try and turn this back around here, Sevilla. There's still 15 minutes to go, and like I say, if they grab another now-ish, look at that press. If they grab another now-ish, then we are going to be nervy for the end of the game. But they're pushing so many bodies forward that it is making it easier to break on them and easier to hold on to possession for prolonged spells of time. So I think their... Oh, Pedri, that was a dodgy touch. I think their efforts to try and get level are actually going to ensure that they don't get level, if you know what I mean. By trying to do what they need to, they're actually going to ensure that they don't. Because we'll be able to counter on them and maybe score another. They are countering on me here. Luke de Jong into Gadelli. Looking over the top. We should get to this with Inacio. We don't. Hit Araujo's arm, did it? A foul there somewhere. And Pau Torres, of all people, taking the free kick. Or it could be Alejandro Gomez. No, they're laying it off. And it's Gadelli that rocks up with the shot. Inacio, who potentially initially gave away the foul, throws himself at it to ensure that they don't get the clean shot on target. Gomez will take this corner short and Idrissi puts it in, but Ricky Puig is in the way. Can he get to that header, Papu? He can't. Danger here. Idrissi opened up for a shot and Ter Stegen makes a very good save. I am pleased we made the decision to keep Marc-Andre Ter Stegen at the club. I think it was the right call in the end. Lovely ball by Garcia, or nearly was a lovely ball by Garcia. Ah, no. Man on the overlap. Chukwueze with the run, but thankfully he's not used that overlapping run. Timothy Castagna is the second man that arrives. Oh, my God! I almost wish that had gone in, just for the pure drama of it. Araujo with the header. What a strike from Gadelli. Luke de Jong wins that header. Is the keeper coming? No. Corner for Sevilla. Imagine if that had flown into the back of the net. Castagna with the delivery. They won't win it now. Or they won't even draw level. And they won't even get a second because we've cleared it away. And oh! He's lucky the final whistle's gone there. Because that potentially could have been a straight red card for the Sevilla man at the back. That was a nasty challenge from Chukwueze, wiping out Ansu Fati. We'll take the 3 points. They're pretty flawed by that, evidently, Sevilla. But it's early doors in the season, and they really weren't at it. They really weren't at it at all. We made them pay for that as well. They had more possession than me and twice as many chances. But for the first time this season, we were clinical in front of goal when the chances came. And those 3 points will move us up to 5th. And we're looking much better now than we were previously. Real Madrid have drawn again. They've drawn again, Real. On the back of our draw, they've drawn again. So they've dropped yet more points. We're only 2 points right behind Real Madrid now. As we advance towards the game, I'll go one more day because that should be the full weekend. And indeed it is. Everybody's played now. And other teams have dropped points as well. Oh, thank the Lord. With 2 wins and 3 draws so far, which isn't the best of starts, we're still only 2 points off top. Good. Even though we haven't quite got going yet, nobody else has really raced away with it so far. So, now that we've had that good, strong 3-1 win, we'll hopefully kick on in tomorrow's episode against Espanyol, against Malaga and Celtic, and hopefully put points on the board in both competitions. Right, that will do us for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, then make sure you drop the video a like, of course. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already to ensure you don't miss out on any more. Of course, check Facebook for the My Player Save, link down below. Check Twitch, where we're streaming Football Manager. But for now, that's all for this episode, and I will see you tomorrow.